On January 5th, Israel expanded its so-called Yellow Line, an invisible border cutting through Gaza, increasing its physical occupation to more than 50% of the Gaza Strip. This expansion particularly affects eastern Gaza City's Tuffah, Shujayea, and Zeitoun neighborhoods, forcing Palestinians into an even smaller area of land and further intensifying overcrowding and displacement. Everyone is cramped here. The population here not just doubled but tripled in many of the neighborhoods, given the fact that none of these people are able to go back to their neighborhoods. We're talking about Zeitoun, Shujayea, as well as Tuffah. In the 50% of Gaza now under Israeli control, the apartheid state continues to demolish homes, schools, and vital civilian infrastructure, making any future return to normal life in these areas physically impossible for civilians. However, the expansion of Israel's physical ground presence does not tell the whole story. The reality is that while Israel may now physically occupy over 50% of the Gaza Strip, in practice, it occupies 100% of it. On December 30th, 2025, Israel banned a further 37 international non-governmental organizations working in Gaza and the West Bank by blocking aid, restricting humanitarian organizations, and denying freedom of movement in and out of Gaza. Israel exerts total control. These are the same tactics Israel employs in the West Bank to seize land through expansion and demolition, while tightly controlling every aspect of daily life for those who remain. This is an illegal occupation designed to suffocate a population and ethnically cleanse Palestinians from their land. Without Borders, which provides critical, life-saving care in Gaza alongside doctors and nurses living there, is one of the agencies Israel has targeted. Gaza's hospitals are barely operating and are functioning in total crisis mode. Doctors are performing life-saving procedures using mobile phones for light. People are arriving seriously ill from a range of preventable conditions, including waterborne diseases, malnutrition, and severe cold. For those suffering from long-term illnesses such as cancer or kidney disease, Gaza's hospitals cannot provide the care needed. This is not only because Israel has strategically targeted facilities equipped to treat these conditions, but also because it blocks or severely limits the medical equipment and drugs required for care. There are now more than 18,500 Palestinians awaiting medical evacuation from Gaza, and more than 1 in 5 of them are children. Pictured is Qasim, who is currently suffering from famine manufactured by Israeli authorities in Gaza. His sister has died of famine, and his 2 brothers are also suffering from malnutrition. All 4 children have been waiting for months for a medical evacuation, but Israel continues to block their exit. The blockade also includes shelter materials, including mobile homes that were due to enter Gaza as part of the so-called ceasefire agreement. People in Gaza who've survived unimaginable conditions are now spending their 3rd winter in makeshift shelters made from potato sacks, clothing, and tarpaulin. According to Doctors Without Borders, this blockade is disproportionately affecting babies, who are suffering from severe cold inside these shelters, something Israel knows will happen. In December, at least 15 people, including babies, died from hypothermia following heavy rains and plunging temperatures. Starvation and exposure to winter conditions are not the only risks Palestinians face. Since the so-called ceasefire began on October 10, 2025, Israel has continued to bomb, shoot, and kill people in Gaza, killing at least 424 people and injuring a further 1,199 in daily violations. There is no difference between before the ceasefire and after. Maram, a Palestinian from Gaza who is injured and lost her family in the genocide,